as well. How exciting!
Yeah. Hey, I'm actually excited too, Neil. I'm excited, Neil. Neil, you get me excited. I'm just saying.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh no, not on stream,
Gonna,
Scott.
I'll leave you two alone with the end call.
All I'm saying is, Neil, can you pick up a bucket of ice on your way over?
Uh, is it bad if I say Daddy no?
Oh my!
It was one of those ones where it's like a joke and like it's funny, but like there's like a half second of discomfort.
It's like just the right level of push.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. All right, sorry. All right, so he goes through the manifest to find out what items would be best for you guys to assist you in this, and he does pull out a few different things. For one, he actually pulls out. He has he's like honestly I'm not trying to cheap out on you in the least bit here. I just had a really good sale not far north of here. Sorry, not north. Not far west of here. Let's see. I do have a couple of healing potions. I'm gonna give you my whole stock of healing because maybe you'll need them, especially with what I saw. And he pulls out it's 4 healing potions. And just so you guys know, there's gonna be 3 cure light wounds and 1 cure moderate wounds. Which are cure moderate, and you guys is almost a waste unless you're unconscious. And it's like,
So let's all take a cure light, okay?
and a cure
and then-
moderate.
Who wants to take the cure moderate?
I'm gonna stick the cure light.
I'll take the cure moderate. Because I downed one down
Yeah, go for it.
Aurorum before, but I'll more or less keep it for if someone goes unconscious. Really.
So everyone has a cure light. You have one of the cure lights and a cure moderate as well.
He also tells you, I've got 2 potions of fire belly here. You know, it gives you a rumble in your tummy, and you're certainly going to have the craps afterwards. But it's worth having on you. And I actually just threw that into Twitch chat so that you could everybody can see it if you're not familiar with the spell. I got 2 potions of those left. I picked those up off of an alchemist barbarian. Ooh, she was a hoot.
They look pretty good. 2 of those, was it?
Yep. And then this one almost seems comical at the moment, but I have a potion of bark skin too.
Okay, so I will take one of the potions of fire belly. It was 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had 2. Do you want one, Jake?
Of what, sorry?
Fire belly. Fire resistance 5. 15-foot cone of flame that deals 1d4 damage. And it's a breath weapon for 1 minute, basically. You do 1d4.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, I won't say no.
Well, I mean, you can only do it once because every time you use it, it reduces spell duration by 1 minute. So if you have it for 2, if you have like cast level,
It is
2,
cast level 1. Yep. You're correct.
I'll grab that one of fire belly then.
Yeah.
And then
How many bark skin?
1.
1.
It's cast
I'm
level
not-
3, the minimum cast level.
I'm not as familiar with what Buckskin does in this
Plus
edition.
2 enhancement bonus to natural armor.
Natural armor.
Yeah. But as you go higher up in level, that enhancement bonus increases. As the
Natural
caster
armor
goes up
being
higher.
your base armor.
Well, your base armor is 10, and then you have a whole bunch of different types of modifiers. Natural is one of them.
Okay, cool. Right.
Because there's armor bonus, shield bonus, deflection bonus, natural, profane.
Do you want that then one as that way we've been given equal potions nearly, and you're most likely to tank. And if we've given you the cure moderate wounds, we don't want you dying with that on you.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
He says, I got one more thing. I won't lie. I've held on to this thing for countless years, and it's saved us in the past, and it's gonna hurt parting with it, but well, it's almost burnt out anyways, and you guys are here to, well, save our lives one more time. So here, he's kind of like been tossing these potions to you guys. He's like, here, take this too, and he pulls out a wand. He's like I said, it's almost burnt out, but best of luck to you with it. And he takes a thing and he like does like a then hurls the thing over across the way, and it almost doesn't make it. It's like tink, 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 and like gets caught in the thorns at the far end. It's one of those like, and you do pull the wand out from the other side. After a quick from his description to you, Tesh, and a quick using your spellcraft to investigate and find out what it is, you're able to discern this is actually a nifty wand. It has 7 charges left to it out of the initial 50, so it's almost burnt out. 7 charges left to it. It acts as though a cast level 3 magic missile, which is 2 missiles come flying out at once. At the same time as it also acts like a flare spell. So when you attack somebody with a magic missile, it also casts flare on them, which might get them dazzled for a moment. So it's like very bright missiles go flying out.
Oh, that is nice.
Yeah,
that is nice.
I think I'm just gonna.
It's a fireworks wand. Oh, by the way, little secret that I didn't tell you guys at Charge End, but totally something to look into. If you can get your hands on a scroll of Snapdragon fireworks, that is one of the best, and it lasts for many levels. First level spells in the system. I just wasn't going to advise you of that when you're making a character.
I'm also gonna pull out a potion out of my pack. This is Cat's Grace. I actually have 2 of these, so I figured you could probably use one of these, Raven.
Yes, a little boost in the right direction.
Yes. I'll put that to 1.
He pulls out Eagle's Splendor and gives it to 1 to get wiser.
Oh, dog.
There's a joke there. There's a joke there.
Owl Splendor.
So he tosses those things to you, and he's like, if there's anything else I can do, I got the bucket of ice. I'm just not going to throw it to you because, weapon sprays.
Right then, should we attempt to find these other 2 buckets of ice?
I think that is a good idea. We can try and make a dent in this damn thing.
You guys start heading back towards where clearly it's very obvious where the wagons were dragged from.
Yeah,
because of the fact. Yeah, exactly. It's like literally like stuff ripped up from the dirt and whatnot. But what's weird is, what's a little concerning is that you can see the trail of the wagon being pulled, and the wagon is currently held in a clearing. But the trail the wagon's getting pulled from, it's like the trees here feel too dense for a wagon to theoretically have been actually pulled through here. It's like, it's too dense. It's too much to have been pulled through. But nonetheless, you are walking through this area a little perplexed and making perception checks, all of you, to see if you can find out.
Yep. I like that. And making perception checks, all of you.
Oh, it was like simultaneous popping too.
Yeah, wow, that was. I saw 1 roll. Like that was it. I saw one roll. So
Valrin is spending some time looking at this wand and like, ooh, I like this one. I wonder if a spell could be made that does this sort of a thing all at once. And having his fun with that. But the other 2 are more focused on what their task actually is. And as you guys are traveling along, it is 1 that's kind of walking ahead with Kithul, of course. That's walking ahead and looking about for the buckets. And 1 does, in fact, find them. You find both of the buckets about with your 23 perception check. Excuse me. You find both of the buckets strewn about. Unfortunately, one of the buckets seems to be like half emptied, whereas the other one is completely filled and standing upright. As you guys are also looking about, Rayron, you find something as well. As you're traveling along, you end up finding, lying on the grounds, a longsword. Very finely crafted. Masterworked in quality. Oh, I'm sorry, the dagger from before that you guys found was also masterworked in quality. So, masterwork in quality. in case you're not familiar with Masterwork means in the system, it means a +1 enhancement bonus to your attack rolls, not your damage rolls.
Ooh.
That is nice.
That is actually real nice. That turns my my -1 to a 0.
Well, oh, your dagger. Gotcha. I was like, you could use a long sword, but yeah.
Long sword.
Hi, puppy. Hi. What's
Long
you do for attention? But Daddy, you've been on the computer for 5 hours. I need
It's
love.
one-handed melee. Sad thing is that it's not light, so I don't know whether I really want to use it. Let's give it that +1 circumstance.
So you're just gonna apply a +1. Sorry, Masterwork longsword to your sheet. Oh, got this.
Yep.
Chic. Perfect.
My chance to hit with it is just a lot lower.
Then the other one. Do you have weapon finesse?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. My apologies. All right, and so you end up finding all
I
that
think
stuff
it has
as
to
you're
be with the light. doesn't it?
as you're going about. Yeah, as you're going about. You end up finding those items and can make your way back, or just to head straight to the keep. Are you guys heading to the keep, or are you gonna try these buckets over on the what like you had said beforehand? Fines.
So theorizing, do we think these buckets can, like, is it just a bucket like splash of water?
No, let me do a thing so I can try and figure out exactly how it works. I'm going to do detect magic as well as a spellcraft.
So the way the bucket works, Neil, is it literally looks like a bucket of ice water, like a tin bucket or like a pail of ice water with a handle across, like a wire handle across the top. And again, if you put things inside of it, they freeze, like perfectly freeze. The easy way to describe it is if you put something inside of it, like submerge something inside of it, it does like 1 point of cold damage. So it's like, oh, look at that, I froze a hot dog. You know what I mean? Or whatever it is. Maybe you can use it as a torture device if you're a horrible person. But for a small creature. No. So but the other thing you can do with it is you can take the bucket and literally and throw it, and you can throw it in a 30-foot line. Or you can take it and kind of like splash it in a 15-foot cone. And it works literally like a 30-foot line or 15-foot cone, like burning hands, but cold damage instead of fire. So it's 1d4 per caster level. Caster level happens to be 5, so it's 5d4 cold damage from the splash. And it does the DC to the saving throw against it is a 14 saving throw. Mind you, if you splash it, it's one use and it's done. Whether it be the line or the wide, one use and it's gone forever. Whereas the submerging part, you can use that infinitely until the magic is lost.
And we have one full bucket and a half bucket.
And the other guy had one back of the caravan, correct? What you noticed, Tesh, that half bucket, if you don't use it for a week's time, it'll refill itself. It just kind of spilled out. This is not a mechanical thing. It's just like the magic was spilt from it, you know.
But if we chucked that half bucket, we could do a 15-foot line and then just slowly freeze the final bit. Would be rare.
It'd probably do less damage too.
That's true.
Yeah, I think
we know that plants probably have a DR.
I think probably the best idea is to use the full one. It's 20 foot, right?
30-foot line or 15-foot cone?
No. I mean the distance we have to cover.
Oh, 20 feet. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and so we could try. So how wide is so 5 foot? That's actually a decent sort of space. Yeah.
But are they wanting to get their wagons out of it?
They want to live. They also need to make a livelihood.
Mm-hmm. In that case, we have 2 buckets. We can make 2 5-foot ruts through it for wagon wheels.
They're not driving those things out of there. Oh, I get what you mean. We also have to cut the vines free if we're going to do that.
What of some of the horses?
I would suggest that we would want to, in that case, choose one wagon and find enough. See if there's enough wheels to go for that wagon, and then get everyone on that wagon and try and do the 5 foot, 5 foot, cut our way up. Well, no, that's not going to work because it's not, the wheels aren't 5 foot tall.
And when you do discuss the wagon wheels with them, they tell you they have spares, as well as, of course, the ones that are in the trees about. They do have spare wheels that we're not taking.
I considered that it's probably not 5 foot tall, but like if you have
What we could do?
if you have 2 lines, you can just like guillotine the top off, like little Murray.
Better idea. We do. It's 15. It's 20 foot to the edge. 15
we
foot,
do
15 foot.
splashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That way we can have a bigger area.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah. And then we can use the half-filled bucket as this area needs a little bit more.
Or we can keep it and let it.
Or we can
charge
keep it.
up.
I mean, we can keep the buckets anyway. And it sounds like it charges up over if you don't use it.
If you splash it, it's gone. Yeah.
Oh, okay, in that case, yeah, we'll keep it for a little while.
So this is your plan, and this is what you guys want to do before heading over towards the keep. So you guys work this plan out, and it ends up becoming a long task. This isn't like, all right, we're down to half an hour, because they literally have to, while staying within the wagons themselves, and with the horses still pretty much all pinned down and whatnot, or dead, they still need to grab the wheels from where they're stored, usually in the underbelly, without really being able to get off the wagon unless it's between the two and like crawling underneath and grabbing the wheel and then coming back around, without coming off to the side where the wheels would usually be attached, because you're not able to just typically like hoist it up and just stand next to it and put it on, but 2 guys or whatever it is. It makes the whole process a very long and arduous one. Usually changing a wagon wheel is about an hour. Instead, all these wheels is literally going to take the rest of the day for them to finish doing this. And you guys are going to be assisting on your side by doing things like grabbing the other alternative wheels that they could have from the trees and cutting those down and working in unison and calling out like what you can see and no, that kind of like working together like that. So the better part of the day, we're talking taking it well into, at some point in time, like people went off to the back of the wagon and cooked food, and they literally tied it up like handkerchiefs and like tossed it over to you guys, and you guys were eating some food too. There was laughing, there was joking from everyone but one, because and there was a bit of merriment. Even the drunk uncle, who by the way is still quite drunk, actually happens to be a decent lyrist. And so pulls out this thing got a little messed up in the scuffle of being dragged up, but he was actually able to play the lyre for a while, and Phyllis and Philomena, Phil's wife and daughter, both their beautiful voices, and so like it actually made the time pass by comfortably. Eventually, you get the work done, and now it's down to that moment. Phil's got the bucket in his hands. And I imagine it's Rayrin with the bucket in the other hands. And you have, no, I should say Valrin. You have Rayrin with a sword, probably starting to glow blue. And you have, what's his name, One with his axe and rippling biceps. Getting ready to do what they've got to do. And the two of them grabs and throws their buckets wide out and throws the ice on top of it. You threw the bucket, Tesh. Would you like to also roll me 5d4?
Don't roll bad, Tesh.
Twice?
No pressure.
Twice?
Yeah.
Separately, yeah, one for them.
Why do I have to roll his as well?
Because I want it to be on your shoulders.
Okay, I'm doing it like this. I hope this works. Whoa!
Oh my
God!
Oh my god! So many ones.
Oh my god!
How is that possible?
I just for
You
funsies.
did well on the second one, but
Ju-
like that
ju-
first one.
Just for funsies, could Jake and Neil both also roll 5d4 plus 5d4? I just need to see. I just need to see. I just need to see it. I just need
4 ones in a row. 4, and then a 5th one.
I just need just for a moment. Okay.
Oh no, that's actually not that much.
So it's clearly average.
It's better than you, but marginally.
Yeah, so I guess I rolled well enough on the second one that the first one.
Yeah, your second one was good.
Yeah.
Your first one was. Oof.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It wasn't that bad. It just looked terrible.
Yeah,
It does look terrible.
It does. Okay. We can't make him out of it. Of course, Neil rolled the highest, douche. But you guys. Okay. All right. That wasn't so. All right.
Okay. Oh.
So the wagon, you guys actually throw the stuff on, and the two of you just like start ripping into it as fast as you can. While you're doing that, Cthulhu himself has also grabbed up a weapon, maybe like a maul, like tossed over from across the way, and he doesn't look like he knows really how to use a maul. He doesn't. It doesn't have like the way he's holding it, his handling on it. I imagine even one of you would go over and be like, no, like this hand here, that hand, yeah, just do it like that. That's fine. But he's big, he's massive, he's strong, and so he's swinging this.
Wait a minute. So
I'm gonna be. Oh, sorry, go on.
you're telling me that a villager just chucked this dude a maul 20 feet? Which villager is not smashing on that side? The dude who can throw a maul 20 feet.
So this is what happened. They tied a rope on the head of it, and then the two guys hoisted it after they threw the rope to you guys, and you pulled from this side, so you had a flying mole coming at you.
What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be walking like with them as they go forwards, and anything that looks like it's either not frozen or is like needs a little bit extra so they can break it easily, I'm going to be ray of frosting it as they go.
Yep.
Just like touching up.
Of course. You're like just like the touch-ups as you just said, as they're smashing through it, and you guys are shattering through this thing. One of the things that you notice is that the plant seems like it feels as though it's under attack, because all of its thorns get larger. They all get sharper, and they all start to like almost seem like they're moving, shifting, not quite vibrating, but like shifting a little bit, making it look kind of like grinding blades. It's rather horrible looking, and you really hope that none of you guys ever fall into that scenario. But the cold seemed to do the trick, Valorant. The idea worked. The idea of the rays of frost through to the ice buckets, it was a good one. Because right here, the vines aren't growing back. And so you guys continue to chop and hack and chop and hack. And eventually, so the horses are pinned down. So eventually you guys, the biggest ones, including Cthulhu and One and a few others, that first wagon that can get out, you're heaving and pushing and heaving and pushing to get this thing moving. Now, Rayron is a wimp. So he goes at Val through the first
has a magic sword to chop these boys out.
You go at Val to as Val's freezing the vines around the horses that are still alive and chopping those ones, allowing the horses to be freed and to go running out. Over the course of hours that take you past sunset and into the night, you guys are able to get all of the wagons free. And you do. Every one of the wagons is pulled free. You're able to get all of them out from the vines. And you're able to rejoice.
Let's form them into a circle.
That's a circle.
Fire in the middle.
Fire in the middle.
Get ready to fight off the inevitable wave of monsters.
And get ready to fight off the inevitable... The what?
Yes.
Don't say that out loud.
Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody on guard duty? Somebody rolling perception checks?
Yeah, I'm aware that this is a thing.
Yeah,
At
no,
which point
I would
was
actually...
Let's
Realistically, we would warn them that there are things in the night.
And so it's one of those things where as you guys are getting out and everybody's starting to rejoice, literally the lyre starts to like 2 or 3 notes and like no, and then you guys give them the warning or whatever. The wagons in a circle. Let's get this done. Let's safety. We need guards on duty. Da da da. And everybody's like, oh, but we wanted they wanted to rejoice, and so they're legitimately downtrodden. And then you guys get the light flared up. We get
We survive.
Grab all the vines and plants and whatnot that you can in the area and try to get a fire roaring as bright as you can. You have guards set up on the using the wagons as almost like of course, like I said, the covers are like more or less tattered and destroyed, but using the half wall of the wagons as like a spot we can set up a crossbow, looking outwards, and everybody's looking to see what's going on beyond. And you guys are looking, and eventually you start to hear.
Raren's, just for the record, he's going to set up this light so on the outside of the front wagon, presumably we're in a semicircle, vines are there, he's going to smear it on the... He gets a firefly out of his pack and goes... And it goes zoom from there.
Sure. Absolutely.
If there was ever a time.
And this is where Scott's like, they're coming from the other side.
Now,
That's
if there
right,
was
'cause I
ever
can
a
cast it
time,
at will.
I'm cracking the sun rod. When I hear that pattering, the pattering we heard before, I'm
Yeah, I
cracking the
agree.
sun rod.
I agree.
Big bright torch
It's
over your
30
head,
foot radius and then 30-foot dim light.
which for you is 60-foot radius, 60-foot dim
Yeah.
light. So you are standing, like going over to where you are and holding it up high to look. You're looking out with your parrot eyes, and what you see is a whole bunch of these little creatures coming rushing at you. And when I say little, I mean literally little. Tiny sized, and it almost seems like a swarm coming towards you.
I wish I'd taken burning hands.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We got the belly. Fire belly.
And with that, why don't we end this week's session?
I knew there was a reason you were giving us so much shit. I knew.
Well, I can kill 2 of them because I took 2 magic missiles because I love the spell.
I took Snowball and Ray of Frost, and realistically, if I was like using them the way they are, that'll take out a couple. Like in terms of if it's a swarm, should still work, because that's like.
Yeah. Well, an important thing to note too is with your magic missile, because this swarm is tiny size. Sorry, these are tiny sized creatures like the size of a cat.
Actually a swarm.
Yeah, well, it seems like a swarm. Assuming the statistics of a swarm, if they're tiny-sized creatures like a cat or larger, the swarm still has 1 set HP, whatever. But if they're fine or diminutive size, like bugs or mice or rats, stuff like that, then single-targeted spells, even things like Magic Missile, which are wonderful, have no effect on them and deal no damage. They're actually immune to that, which is crazy.
Now, are these guys cat size?
These are cat-sized creatures coming rushing at you.
Oh.
The number, though, you don't know the number yet, so you don't know if it's actually a swarm or if it's...
Okay,
Yeah. So,
Either way, magic missile could be useful.
yeah, this should be a fun one. Oy vey! All right.
Hey, at least we freed them, so we've got people. We freed the red shirts.
Yeah! And then maybe next week, next session, we can finally finish the keep and find out what's going on inside there.
I mean, at this rate, yeah, like... If these things well, I thought these things were confined to the keep, so that's interesting there.
All right. Let's start with you, Teshy boy.
Hi, I'm Tesh of the Test Tube. You can find me under that name on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. You should follow me if you like cute animal gifs on Twitter, or anything to do with looter shooters or anything like that, RPGs and that. I enjoy playing lots of those. So yeah, you should follow me on all the things. And also, I do D&D, obviously, with this. And in 2 weeks' time, I want to say, on my Monday morning, Sunday night for America, we're starting a new Underdark campaign on twitch.tv/OllyRant's channel, which should be a lot of fun. And I think you guys will really like the characters that we're making.
An Underdark campaign. I haven't played a campaign in the Underdark in a long time. It's a lot, and I know almost nothing about Ollie's Yavaskir Underdark. But if it's anything like Ollie's Yavaskir Out of Dark, I imagine it's going to be unique, different, and lots of fun. So his twist on things is always good.
We've been given a map to look over, and I'm already loving the ideas that are in that map.
Oh, lovely.
You guys got the map as well, actually, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Well, good luck with that one, and best of luck coming across the drow, because any drow character should probably just be murdered. Like all drow should just be killed instantly. They're absolutely evil and horrible.
I had a drow character in Yavaskir, and I don't approve that. He's settled down in a city with his halfling wife, and I don't want to hear that.
No.
All right, he's a good boy.
Why do the drow always go for the little ones?
She's a cleric of death. So.
Hey, my other one became a ferryman.
She knew how to slay his beast. Sorry. Your character's name was what?
No,
No,
my
he became a ferryman.
Yeah, mine became a ferryman and ferries souls where they need to go if they end up in the wrong place.
Yeah, these sound like horrible people. All right.
That's a good dude.
Neil?
That's a good deed.
Neil?
I am am Neil. You can find me at Naghai on the Discord or at Naghai_ on Twitter. You can find me at in an hour on Ollie's on Wednesdays. So that's twitch.tv/OllieRan. However, this week is a week off. Dean's gone to see Endgame and other bits and bobs. So we're having a week off for Easter. So catch up while you can. We have just descended into the Underdark. I don't want to give too many spoilers, but we have just received that map as well. Tesh's next character is not going to last very long either, because
Tesh.
I happen to be a rogue.
It's Underdark, and I have my luck. And we might come across you guys, and you'll probably just murder us.
Bale is a rogue. He does like murdering some drows. Yeah.
Awesome. And Jake.
It says I'm playing Drow.
Yeah, I'm Jake. You can find me here, and that's it.
Awesome.
It's your favorite religious murder hobo.
I love how you more or less are like, thanks for worshiping my God. Good job, guys. So funny.
I know, I was like, I like tried to sass him, and he's just like, yeah, good.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm Daelric. Obviously, you know me here, and you know we are on Twitch.tv/Lost Initiative, but other channels to be aware of. I will also be on May 7th, twitch.tv/roll numerical 4 charity for a 10-hour stream charity event starting at 2 p.m. EST for GDRH. That's Junior Diabetes Research Foundation. So GDRF. My apologies. That'll also be hosted for almost the entire stream by twitch.tv/DND. You'll also be able to find me. I can't say the exact date or time yet because its schedule hasn't been released yet. But during D&D's 2019 live event, so it's going to be between the 17th and the 19th. One of those days, I'll announce the time in the future. I will be live here and on twitch.tv/DND because we are playing another live session over in LA. We're getting flown out to that one, so that'll be a lot of fun to do there. Also, I'm joining another campaign whose character I'm 98% done creating. I just gotta finish looking up something about details. Don't know how to say stuff. That's gonna be on somebody else's channel. I can't give you details about that one yet, but it'll be Monday night starting, I think, the first week of June. And that's all I'll say for now. All right, cool. I think that's... Oh! May the 4th be with you. May 4th. Campaign. Star Wars. One shot.
Oh, yeah,
it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. See you then. Bye, everybody. Bye.